Stephanie Milky here, aka KetoMOM, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the KetoMOM podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the KetoMOM Secrets podcast. Hello, welcome to the KetoMOM page. My name is Stephanie. Happy Monday if you're tuning in live. We are going to go through the book Worthy. Well, we are going through the book Worthy, and we are actually diving into, so we're in chapter 1, and we're actually going to go through the process, the 4 R's to transcending rejection. And so if you are brand new to the page, welcome to the KetoMOM page. I can give you how to eat, what to eat. I'll talk to you about tools you can use. I'll help you on your journey. One of the biggest things I believe is so important is understanding your mindset and realizing that if you truly want to hit your goals, it starts right here, right? So tell me as you're tuning in, it is a Monday, it is a new week. What are you thankful for? I'm a homeschool mom. I'm a mom that is passionate about helping other moms. If you're not a mom, it's not a big deal, like helping people. I believe that mindset is important. I believe that taking care of our body is important. I also love entrepreneurship. I love business. I love lots of things. And so this page isn't just about recipes. This page is about kind of full circle of sharing what I believe is important, and I hope it adds value to your life. I hope that you hear something and you not only hear it, but you hear it and you apply what you feel like should be applied to your life. Does that make sense? So we've been going through this book. It is a very thick book. It is a lot to read. I'm not reading it to you. I'm giving you an overview, right? If you're going through the book, I'd love to know what you think so far. At any point in time, you can ask questions below. You can send me a message. You can go to KetoMomSecrets, all one word, .com. So we started off our morning as a homeschool mom. We actually worked out this morning. We cold plunged. The girls read their Bible. So like our morning, and it's already 10 o'clock here, we haven't done any math. We haven't done anything that would be like school, but we did fitness school and, hey, go swap the laundry school and go read. And then we'll dive into some fun books. All right. Tell me one thing you're thankful for. I'm thankful for you. Okay, so if we're going to review, the only thing that I'm going to say as far as reviewing this chapter before I actually go through these the 4 R's is this. When you change your relationship with rejection and failure, you change your life. So she's diving into like mindset, what we believe, why we don't do the things that we actually want to do, the failures, the rejections, the things that hold us back. So here's some tactical things you can do to get past rejection and failure, right? And it says the process, the 4 R's to transcending rejection. Number 1 is reveal. And she says you need to identify your current default definition that you give to rejection failure when it happens. Number 2, we have to redefine, create a new empowering definition. Number 3, you have to revisit and reframe, and I'm going to go over these in a second. Revisit and reframe, reframe the rejection of the past and assign a new meaning. And number 4 is revel. Revel is rejection, in rejection ahead. There's no longer phases me. Dear rejection, you might be big, but my resilience is bigger. So here's what she says. You've got to, number 1, reveal, right? Like you have to go, okay, I'm going to identify the definition I put towards things when people say something to me, when I feel rejected, when I feel like I failed. Like, what is the definition that I put behind that? And so I love what she says. She says, you need to make a mental note, or even better, write it down, whatever comes to your mind when you feel like you failed, you've rejected, what are the things that you find yourself saying? I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I can't do this. They told me I would never. I'm too old. I'm too young. Like, what is your default definition that you put to a rejection or failure? I ate the cake again. I'm a loser. My family always told me I'd be this size. They told me I couldn't do it, or I can't, or they said, or what is it? You have to go reveal it. You've got to catch it and go, these are the phrases I put. This is the definition I put. These are the things that my mind says as soon as somebody rejects me, or as soon as I hit that failure spot. What is it? Number one, reveal. She goes this. As human beings, we are wired to avoid pain at all costs. It's a survival mechanism. And when we feel not worthy or unworthy or unlovable, we feel a massive amount of pain. And when we mentally think of all of this pain to the idea of rejection and failure, then we'll reluctantly take risks. We stay stuck and play life small. If we never put ourselves out there, if we don't risk and we don't feel that pain, guess what? If we never go after our dreams, we don't risk embarrassment or rejection, and it causes us to just sit in this space of complacency, right? You don't want to do that. You've got greatness inside of you. So we've got to reveal the thoughts, reveal the words. We have to write it down and go, when this happens, here's what I think. Because if you don't even know what you think, how can we capture it and change it? So we reveal. Number two, we redefine. Assigning a new meaning to rejection and failure as one of the changes. It changes everything. She goes, she tells her story. First of all, she was adopted. She talks about feeling rejected. She talks about her very first book. She talks about the makeup industry and the product that she created and the rejection that she felt over and over again. Her first book is great. But here's what she said. She goes, even if a store buyer, when she would come to them and go, here's what I have, right? Even when somebody said no to her, not ever, or whatever the case may be, with not even a crumb of encouragement, she goes, I would say, thank you. And then follow up with an email the next day expressing excitement that one day, when we are in stores, our product will bring so much value to customers. She goes, I would communicate zero resentment and full conviction that it would in fact be a yes someday. So instead of when she got rejection, she figured okay, I'm being rejected. Here's what I find myself saying. I'd fall trapped to I'm not worthy. And then she would go, okay, there's 3 phases that she would reassign to rejection or failure. She would say rejection is God's protection. So that's 1. She would capture okay, I'm not worthy. This will never happen. And she goes, nope, it's not true. She redefined and she would go, rejection is God's protection. And then she would go, I haven't been rejected. My creator hid my value from them because they're not assigned to my destiny. My creator hid my value from that person because they're not assigned to my destiny. They're not on my journey. It's all right. And number 3, rejection and failure are victorious. They're a reminder that one of the brave ones, they're a reminder. I am one of the brave ones willing to go for it. I am one of the brave ones. I'm not just sitting back playing it safe because I'm afraid of what other people will think. I'm going to go after what I know can happen or I should do or the things that I want. She goes, when something doesn't go my way, my old response used to be, you're not worthy. But I would catch it in real time. I would imagine myself deleting it and then hitting the delete button and then mute the button. And then she goes, I would go over all of these things. Rejection is God's protection. I haven't been rejected. They're not on my journey, right? And I am one of the brave ones. So she would catch the negativity, redefine it, okay? And then she would dive into, there's a whole bunch of stories, so go read them. She would dive into revisit and reframe. The people who succeed the most are often the same people who fail the most because you're the ones who keep trying the most, right? Failure isn't a failure. It just goes, oh, I need to do something different. I need to keep going. The only way you truly fail is if you quit. So Instead of choosing to believe I was rejected, I choose to believe that I was chosen. She talks about her being adopted, of her parents like choosing to give her up for adoption, and she could sit in this I was rejected space, and instead she goes, I was chosen by the people that adopted me. And she goes, when I decide to change my story, I change my life. When you decide to redefine your story, redefine the things that you're going after, when you decide to redefine your story, you change your life. And the last part is revel. Once you've identified your new and empowering definition of rejection and failure, you start to fear them less. Maybe, she goes, maybe today is the day that you're going to make a decision to keep going with what you were also, maybe you woke up today on a Monday and you're like, it's not working. I'm done. I'm not going to do it. But maybe today is the day that you will go, okay, the only way I truly fail is if I quit. I need to keep going. I'm going to keep going. Change your relationship with rejection and failure is one of the greatest tools to restoring a strong identity and belief in yourself. So that's where we're starting. What do you believe? I've got to capture that negative belief. I need to redefine it. And then I need to believe that there are certain people in my path for a reason, like God's rejection is my protection. And then I'm going to keep going no matter what, because I know that I can do this. Even if people tell me I can't, like, there's things that you're like, I know I would be good at that. I know I could do this, or I know I should start that thing or keep going, or maybe I need to make a pivot. Whatever it is, only you know, right? So if you're reading the book, I hope that you're enjoying it. This is the book for those who had asked what it is. I'm just giving you a brief overview. Tomorrow we'll talk about You're Not Crazy, You're Just First, which I love that topic. You're not crazy, you're just first. So I want to say this. Thanks for tuning in. Wherever you're at in your own space, in your mindset, know that you are worthy. Know that if you take some time, slow down a little bit, listen to the voice inside and follow it, not the negative, the positive, right? Do hard things, reach out and ask questions. One of the biggest things I like to tell people is this: there's so much noise and there's so much information online, and I'm one of them. So whether it's you listen to me or somebody else, when you learn something or you hear something that you're like, that was really good, I need to apply that, then you need to take the action and apply it. We are consumers of wisdom and knowledge from other people, but it doesn't work if you don't apply it, right? You need to take what you learn, put in the work, put in the action, do the hard things, because that will change your life. So this is the book. I want to say thank you for tuning in. You can reach out with questions. You can always, what is this? Funky hair. You can always go to KetoMomSecrets.com. You can go get some recipes, how to get started, reach out with questions, send me a message. I'm going to go homeschool my girls, but I share ketones every day. I mail out trial packs every day. If you're looking for a tool to help you with your health, I have something I'd love to share with you. You can post trial in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. Your presence matters. You can press the share button. Sharing is caring. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.